So these are the Hodge twins. They are conservative commenters here on the platform we call YouTube. And they released a video talking about how racist and terrible Bette Midler's tweet was. Over here, we play fair. If you want to be real, want to look at this from a strictly American angle, this tweet wasn't racist. Her tweet was not racist. I'm sorry. Yeah. Whatever people infer doesn't change what's on the page. And so as they go into what they find so terrible about it, I'm definitely using them as a backdrop. So let's get to it.
Bette Midler. Yeah. Hollywood.
Yikes. Jesus, Bette. I mean, they're conservative, so they went out of their way to use a terrible picture, but man, that is rough. That is definitely not a 35%er. I'll put it to you like that. She can't even catch it on the Oprah strength for the fact she got money. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'll be able to do it.
But that's just my personal opinion. Liberal. White liberal. White liberal.
Okay, so you know what, like, really kind of makes things like weird here, because these guys are clearly mixed. I mean, these guys look like freaking Disney Channel stars. Like, they used to be Disney Channel stars that would play like the popular jock, you know, the really ambiguous, racially ambiguous popular kid that, you know, got the girl, he's a bit of a dick and everything else like that. But these guys are really funny. I do appreciate their humor. But let's be real, pretty trumps whatever color you got.
Man, telling you black people, that's your biggest enemy. They already trained y'all to think that we're bootlegging Uncle Tom.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know, I can't, like, A, Uncle Tom wasn't the bad guy in that story. B, yeah, like, they're kind of right when it comes to the way people have kind of just taken this role as pet. You know, like, there's a lot of pets of color out there. It's POCs, all right? It's pets of color, people who relish in being victims and being constantly constantly you know, their victim mentality being reinforced often. Like, yeah, there's a lot of people who are like that. Not over here though. We don't play that game. So let's get into it.
That's powerful. Why is it black Americans will stand behind Bette Midler, what she said about black Americans who support Donald Trump? Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I'm not standing behind Bette Midler. I'm just saying that the tweet in and of itself is not racist. Like, just the words on the page are not racist. The, like, whatever anyone infers, whatever anyone implies from that, that's on you, as far as I'm concerned. Like, that, like, bro, you want to think that, you can think that all you like, but when it comes down to the content of the tweet itself, no, it's not racist.
Y'all stand behind her.
Okay, so look, there are African American men in this shot! Exclamation mark. How much did he pay them to be Blackground? Which is a pun. Puns aren't racist. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it's a pun. Are puns racist now? Is that what we're doing? Because this doesn't really insinuate anything that it couldn't insinuate about another race or just another people. Oh, you could switch this out. Oh, there are women in this shot. How much did he pay them? Well, I mean, I don't know. Woman ground? I'm not sure. But but this made a pretty funny pun. And instead of being like, she like ignore her. Like, ignoring people is always an option. That's why I never trip about my numbers. Like, you got a lot of people who will look at my channel and be like, oh my goodness, like, 25 views or something like that. Like, bruh, I am grateful for each and every one of the views that I get, so I'm not sitting here tripping. But there's a ton of folks who, like, see this, they infer oh, well, you know, she's thinking superiority or inferiority, but real talk. Okay, here's a perfect look at all these Caucasian American men in this shot. How much did he pay them to be white noise? Right? I'm just saying.
That tweet she put out there shows that she don't think black people can think for themselves. She thinks, these.
And this is what you, sir, are inferring. Okay? This says more about you there, sus, than it does Miss Midler, because you're the one that, like, you know, is really digging in on it.
Black people are all about the money. Yeah, she's trying.
Who ain't? This is America. This, you know, that's not, like, it's such a fine line to walk, guys. It really is about having a message and being about a purpose, and then like needing money to live and like doing and go about your life. So I find it just so like hypocritical to an extent, where people will sit here and be like, oh my goodness, yeah, it's about the money, it's about the money. You're damn right it is, because unfortunately we live in a time that is expensive as all hell. So yeah, yes, but the fact that, you know, like, you're like you're not sitting there and acknowledging that, yeah, there's black people sitting there supporting Trump. They have good reason to support Trump, because they do. Freaking, yo, it's like, I know it's for the views. I know ultimately it comes down to views. They have their fan base that they have to, like, you know, toss that red meat out to. But the deal is just that, yeah, it's not racist though. There's not much racism in the tweet in and of itself. Everything that comes of the tweet, everybody who screams racism are the ones that are, you know, that are perpetuating and tossing fuel and gasolina onto the racism talk.
She's putting out there that black people are inferior to white people. You're incapable of making your own decisions. You are incapable of making rational decisions. Yeah. When you look at somebody's statement, when you listen to somebody.
See, I like saying them being so damn racially ambiguous. I don't know who or how or what the hell they are, because they damn sure ain't saying we. I mean, I'm not sure. Like, they're not. I can't say who or what they are, but like, bruh, like, nah. She tossed out a pun, and it was actually pretty funny. But you know, everybody gotta get in their feelings and tap into their emotions, instead of, you know, being like, yo, like, why, and like, instead of being like, why a black person could, would, and should, you know, support the president, they're more just playing off the race angle. And it's like, dude, like, how do you even go back to that? You know, like, I can't really volley that, because I can't tell what the hell these guys are.
That's all somebody's ideologies. Think about, what is that statement based on? What premise is that based on? That's what her statement's based on, that premise. Yeah. Black people are inferior. They can't think for themselves. And these blacks in this background is just doing it for the money, because they ain't capable of thinking for themselves. Blackground.
Okay, so, but that's the thing, they ain't capable. They thought they were capable enough of saying yes to the money. Like, what are you talking about? You damn right they thought for themselves, particularly if they had the money, if they was getting paid to be there. Shoot, man, like, yo, bills are expensive, man. What the hell?
You should start writing poetry. You should start doing speeches for the KKK.
Really? KKK? The guys that weren't, like, all that hilarious. Like, I mean, that's the thing. We can joke about it now. So, like, really, how terrible is the KKK in 2019? Come on, man. Like, you undercut your own argument with jokes like that, because, like, oh, she can write for the KKK. Like, deal is that, like, yo, KKK burnt niggas' houses down. The KKK was, like, kicking your door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was, Master, don't hit me no more. Like, seriously. That's what the KKK was about. That's what they was doing. Like, this is just a damn tweet. Like, it's not, we don't live in 1955. We don't live in 1942. There's no Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry going on around here, man. I mean, I don't want to say there's none, but it's just a different energy. It's a different world. And instead of sitting there and, like, you know, really digging in on what like, hey, like the circumstances that can make things even better, ways in which we can make things even better. I mean, folks like to play this race angle that ultimately gets us nowhere. Because trust me, and particularly when it comes to the municipal, local, and county levels, well, you can't sit there and be like, oh my goodness, white people are oh so terrible, because it's a lot of black, like the black faces are the ones that are like really filling those spots and really have complete control. There's been a 900% increase in black elected officials and black representation, quote unquote black representation. And so it's kind of disingenuous to be like, oh, white folks are so terrible, you know what I'm saying? But it's also disingenuous to be like, hey, black people, you don't know anything. Like, this lady thinks you're stupid. Like, let us tell you how you should be thinking. It's so weird. Golly, 2019.
Doing comedy shows. Yeah, start having KKK rap. Bring back the Jim Crow laws. Yeah, that's what you advocate for. Yeah. So as a black man steps out of line and shows that, hey, I don't believe in liberal values, I believe more in conservative values, oh, you're too stupid to think you should.
Well, but that's the thing. Here's where they're right. You know what I'm saying? Here's where they're right. That one line right there is like, trust me, I've seen it. I've been a part of it. I did time with working families. I've operated with the NAACPs. I've seen the POPs, all these different organizations, these alphabet soups, these charities that claim to care so much about the, our folk, black folk, quote unquote. Then watch them like, the ones we can use, the ones that play victim for us. We are happy to use those black faces to be out there. Oh no, by all means. But when it comes to somebody who really wants to legitimately change things and wants to make real policy changes, there's no space, because we need these problems to persist, because that's how we make our money. So bang, right there, they're 100% correct.
He's just exploiting you. You're just a token Negro. This is why we're conservative. Yeah. I don't believe in abortion, let alone late-term abortion. Yeah, it's impossible. It is impossible for...
So they're dragging this all the way back around to the Planned Parenthood, abortion, Margaret Sanger thing. Okay, we're out. So I just wanted to go out of my way to point out how the Bette Midler tweet wasn't racist. Thank you, Hodge twins, for your assistance in this, your minute 42 assistance in this. I'm very interested to see how long this video turns out to be. Either ways, thank you so much for putting up with me, all the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like or a dislike. I ain't worrying about it. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring, and YouTube's definitely not going to do it. And speak. Let me know, what do you think in the comments? Do you think it was racist? Convince me. Hashtag change my mind. If that tweet's racist, then please point it out to me. But I really don't see it as inferring inferiority or superiority of her own race. Just, hey, yo, these folks are there for the money. Like I said, I think I flipped it out with the white noise one as well. So, but it was a pun. Hilarious. Anyways, until the next one.